Hello everyone, welcome to UMP Tech Talk. My name is Lim Goling with the metric IDs SB21024 and I am from Group 5 and I'm one of the presenters for today's Tech Talks. Before we start our Tech Talks, let's warm up the vibe of the Tech Talk with some jokes. First, why did the attacking and army use acid? The answer is to neutralize the enemy base. Isn't it fun? Okay, never mind. I'm sure that you will laugh after this. Next, what do you call iron blowing in the breeze? Let's think about it. Dun, 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 dun. The answer is free breeze. Last but not least, what did the scientists say when he found two isotopes of helium? Give you guys a few seconds to think about it. The answer is hihi. Are all these jokes too basic for you? Because I see no reaction on you. Okay, let's start our today's Tech Talks. Do you ever hear about atoms? What do you think about atoms? Some people would tell me like it's like a small ball that contains energy, or simply say that it's about chemistry. I definitely agree with their points because it's all about atoms. But theoretically, an atom is a particle of a matter that uniquely defines a chemical element. And atoms consist of a central neutrons, which surrounded by one or more electrons. There is the atoms. Well, let's move on to the atomic weight, or we usually call it as atomic mass in chemistry. I believe that when you hear the terms weight, most people will think it's similar to our human weight, or what else, like Jason is 45 kilograms or the apple is 100 grams. But the weight of atom does not same with our human body weight, as it does not have a specific unit like kilogram or gram. Besides, to calculate it, we must use some certain formula. Generally, atomic weight is the common name for the relative atomic mass, which is defined as the ratio of the average mass of one atom of an element to 1/12 of the mass of one atom of carbon-12. We all are made up of atoms. Everything is made up of atoms. Therefore, an atom has its own atomic mass, whereas the sum of the atoms or the whole molecules has their own molecular mass. So what is molecules? Molecules is formed when two or more atoms of elements chemically join together. It doesn't matter what if the atoms are the same or are different from each other. Well, for molecular weight, is the total number of the protons and neutrons in the compound. Or in other words, it could be said that is the sum of the atomic masses of the individual atoms in a compound. Okay, before we continue our slot, let's take a break with some jokes. The first one. Okay, back to our Tech Talk. I would like to share some interesting stories about atomic mass. Do you know when and who discovered the atomic mass? The first relative atomic mass basis was suggested by the John Dalton in 1803. He was an English chemist, physicist, and methodologist. He is best known for introducing the atomic theory into chemistry. He was suggested that the hydrogen atoms as the natural unit for the relative atomic mass. Here is the picture of John Dalton. In 1903, Wilhelm was one who is credited with being one of the founders of the field of the physical chemistry, was suggested that the relative atomic mass would be best expressed in terms of units of 1/16 of mass oxygens. Here is the picture of Wilhelm Oswald. Next, the discovery of isotope oxygen was happened in 1929. That's why chemists and physicists use two different relative atomic mass scale. The chemists use a scale such that the natural mixture of the oxygen isotope had an atomic mass 16. Well, the physicist assigns the same number of 16 to the atomic mass of the most common oxygen isotope that contain 8 protons and 8 neutrons. However, because of oxygen 17 and oxygen 18 are also present in the natural oxygen, so this leads to two different tables of atomic mass. In the end, the reference standard for both physics and chemistry was changed to carbon 12 and expressed in the terms of 1/12 of mass of carbon 12 in 1961. Okay, so far are you guys know or are learning more about atomic weight and molecular weight? Do you guys think it's exciting and want to understand it deeply? Okay, let's learn how to calculate the molecular mass and atomic mass. As I mentioned earlier, we might use some formula to calculate the atomic weight and the molecular weight. So let's explain the formula first. This is the formula for atomic weight. The atomic weight is equal to the total number of the protons of an atom plus the total number of neutrons of an atom. The mass of an electron is negligible. Let's take an example of an oxygen. According to the periodic table, the oxygen has the 8 protons and it has the 8 neutrons, at which 16 neutron numbers minus 8 protons, then we get 8 neutrons number. So the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So now, how about the formula for the molecular weight? The formula for the molecular weight is equal to the sum of the atomic weight in a compound. I know that it's not clear if just give the formula to you guys. So let's take an example. For example, we can calculate the molecular mass of N2, same step with the calculation of the atomic mass like just now. So then we can calculate the molecular weight of N2 after we know the atomic mass of nitrogen, which is 14. So the molecular weight of the N2 is 14 plus 14 equals to 28. That's all from me. I hope you guys enjoy it and gain some knowledge about the atomic mass and molecular mass. Before I end my slot, I would like to share a motivation quote. Be like a proton and stay positive. Okay, left another two parts of atomic mass and molecular mass will be presented and shared by my friends, Nurul Afika. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Afika binti Asfi. My metric number is SB2023. And I'm from Group 5, which is the BiOPhyC Group. Moving on to the example, as we can see here, in real life example, atomic weight is calculated as the average mass of element and molecule as well as solving stoichiometric problems. Molecular weight is also known as a unit conversion. The total amount of proton and neutron in a substance is the molecular weight. In other words, the atomic masses of the individual atom in a compound are added together. Atomic weight and molecular weight are molar quantities that refer to an element's or compound's mass respectively. As a result, when one of these values is applied in a problem-solving setting, the term mass in the first indicator word, mass units such as grams, kilograms, or milligrams, can also be used to indicate how to use this molar connection. Consider a situation where you need to figure out how many grams of Xe are in 8.0 moles of Xe. The unit grams implies that this problem will require a mass-based conversion to be solved, because Xe or xenon is an element. Atomic weight equality should be designed and implemented to solve this problem. To conclude, relative atomic or molecular mass can be calculated by comparing the mass of one atom or molecule to the mass of a standard atom. That's all from us. Thank you.